volatility trading, or really any type of options trading, it is necessary to understand how the factors influencing the value of an option are affected by change. Change in time, change in the price of the underlying, change in volatility, and so on. That is what option Greeks do for us. For example, it makes sense that options, like this call option here, lose value as they approach expiration. And it makes sense that we can measure this rate for various days to expiration and prices of the underlying. The result of this measurement is the option Greek theta, often referred to as time decay. But questions do start to pop up as one becomes more familiar with theta. The first one being, do options lose time value over the weekend? And the bigger question, just how accurate is this measurement? And other option Greeks raise other questions. Going back to our call option, what about how the value of the option changes as the price of the underlying asset rises or falls? If you have come across option Greeks before, then you have likely seen this one, which is called delta. But there are a few interpretations given for this number. One is, as I just mentioned, the change in the option's value as the price of the underlying asset changes. Another is that it represents the probability that the option expires in the money. And yet a third is that it is the equivalent amount of the underlying asset represented by the option position. But where do these interpretations come from? And more importantly, are they accurate? And from delta, we get the second order Greek gamma. But what does this number even mean? What is a second order option Greek? How should we interpret the value of gamma in relation to the profit and loss of an option position? If you have tried to find the answers to some of these questions before, then you have likely found that underpinning option Greeks is a significant amount of math. And it is easy to get lost in a sea of equations and ending up more or less where you started, without the deep understanding of option Greeks you were looking for in the first place. In this course, we won't shy away from the math. Instead, we will use visualizations and animations to gain a conceptual understanding of the math and link that to a deeper understanding of what option Greeks are and how we can interpret them and use them in our trading. In doing so, you will gain an intuitive understanding of option Greeks. Since calculus plays a crucial role in understanding option Greeks, our journey will begin with a brief overview of calculus, focusing on conceptual understanding. Calculus underlies many of the properties of option Greeks, and so understanding some of the concepts there will answer a lot of the why questions about option Greeks. Before diving deeper, I'll cover put-call parity and what it means for the Greeks of call and put options relative to each other. This will apply the math knowledge from the previous lessons and get us warmed up for more advanced topics. Next, we will cover one of the most important topics in volatility trading, delta hedging. I'll not only explain the mechanics of delta hedging, but I'll also go over some practical considerations, such as whether to hedge with forecasted volatility or implied volatility. Finally, we will delve into the most commonly used option Greeks: delta, gamma, theta, Vega, and rho. I will use visualizations and animations to clearly demonstrate important aspects of each Greek, as well as answering the questions raised in the opening of this video. And since we covered delta hedging beforehand, we can cover properties of each Greek that are important for delta hedging and volatility trading in general. Along the way, we will cover many characteristics of option Greeks, such as Greek decomposition, shadow Greeks, and Vega hedging. The course will culminate with a look at optimal delta hedging. For each video, Patreon subscribers will get access to a Python notebook with interactive charts, allowing you to more fully explore the concepts presented. The notebook will also contain a list of references, allowing you to dive deeper. And now, with our journey clearly laid out, let's begin our brief introduction to calculus in the next video. I would like to give a special thanks to those who support this channel on Patreon, especially for the comments they provided on early versions of this video.